Hello and welcome to Bay of Fundy Fortunes. I am Natalie and I'm here to do the monthly reading for the sign of Taurus. Am I ever happy to see you guys? You have no idea. You're my last reading for the monthlies and I'm very late. So I'm dating this from June 6th through to June 30th that this reading will cover. This is a general reading which may or may not resonate with some of you. If you want something just about you, it requires a private personal reading. And why was I holding my pendulum up like that? Those of you who are new don't have a clue. But guess who showed up about 45 minutes before I was ready to sit down and do my reading? If you were in the group in Facebook, I told the story of how she made her return. I'm not going to repeat it here. I just know that she's back and I'm happy to see her. The little witch. Okay, let's see. I get myself comfortable here. All right. These are 5-card spread. First card, your overall energy. Second card, wealth and finances. Third card is your heart, your home, your relationships. Fourth card are your challenges. And your fifth card is your message from spirit. All these readings, always a Bay of Fundy Fortunes cover just about any planet you want. Covers your sun sign, your rising, your moon, your Venus. If you're new to the tarot community and you're especially new to tarot, you may not get anything out of this reading. There may not be any cosmic connection. We'll put it that way. I encourage you to keep going till you find a reader that you seem to resonate, that resonates with you. What's going on for Taurus? What's up for Taurus? Have a good reading for Taurus. Give me something good. Bring them guidance, direction, hope, optimism. One more run through. And then I'll cut the deck. Okay. Cut the deck. Consult with Lilith and see if these are indeed your cards. I'm doing my candle business here at the end, guys. Lilith, as this deck stands, are the top 5 cards, the cards that are meant for this general free public reading. For the sign of Taurus, the bull. Are these the top 5 cards that are meant for this reading for June 2019? She didn't even give me the shakes that time. She's the only one that does it. She vibrates. All right, thank you. Now you may rest. For now. Okie dokie, let's just dive right in here. Sorry about the hold up. Okay. Your very first card. Your overall energy. The 8 of Cups. Change. That's going to carry you through. There's a lot of changes, I guess, coming up, or some significant change of some kind. Second card, 4 of Pentacles and security falling into your wealth and your finance sector. Third card, your hearth, your home, and your relationships. 4 of Wands, reward. Fourth card, your challenges for June. We're looking at King of Swords, ambition. And your final card, your message from Spirit. Oh, yes, baby, yes. Let the bells ring and the banners fly. The Ace of Swords. Victory. Victory. Well, not bad. Not bad at all. Interesting. happy ending here. Doesn't matter really what's all going on ahead of it. It's because, well, it does, because it's all leading you into this, which is just wonderful. Okay. So the Eight of Cups, eights are all about change in tarot. A double whammy here because that's the prompt on this card. So we got double change for somebody out there. Please remember these are general readings. It may not resonate with you at all. This card's about leaving something behind. That's where your change is occurring. You could be moving for a job, moving for many reasons, looking for a better home, something more suitable. You could even have maybe too much of a home and you want to downsize a little bit. That could be happening as well. Somebody could be selling their home. That's a huge change. Kids are grown, kind of thing. House is too big for just the two of you. You're putting the house on the market while you search for another new home. Big changes. Some of you could be switching jobs, changing jobs, retiring, hanging up the tools, this sort of a thing. Excuse me. I'm going to do some personal readings tonight, all right. Wow. Sorry about that, guys. Whatever it is, it's time for you to take your leave. It's come down to the midnight hour, we'll say. And some of you have already been prepping for this, and you're ready for it. And your big move, your big shift is coming up very soon, within the next few days, I'm hearing, for some of you. And some of you are just going free. You're just kind of freelance in your life. You know, I see somebody, it's a male, late 20s, early 30s, with a knapsack on his back, carrying it like this, turning around, he's taking one last look. One last look before he turns himself away from what was his life for one last time. He's heading out. He doesn't know where he's going. He doesn't know where the wind is going to take him. But he's okay. He can take care of himself. Financially, he's ready for this. It's not like he's going to be homeless and starve and sleeping on the streets. It's nothing like that. He's on a journey of maybe self-discovery, but it's a journey he's been wanting to take for a long time. That applies to one young man. A lot of people, you've already prepared. For those that are taking their leave, you've already prepared. Everybody knows it's coming, so there's no big dramatic scene. There's no screaming, crying, hollering, anything like that. This is expected change, is what I'm hearing. It's expected change for you. Moving on, but you're moving forward. You're just saying a quiet goodbye at this point. For some of you, the change could be you just need a change of scenery. That might be where you're headed to. Also, you could be going on vacation or taking short trips away. But there is a change. You're doing something you've never done before. This is brand new. And it'll bring a change to your overall life and your outlook of the everyday part of your life. The advice of the card is to follow your heart and just move forward. Go straight ahead. Don't become stagnant. Don't become afraid to take a step or two forward. Follow your heart. It's okay. You're going to be okay. Your keywords are endings and departures and journeys, movement, transitions. Excuse me. Oh my goodness, where's it all coming from all of a sudden? Vacations and trips. Whatever this new, you're doing something different in your life. You're doing something new in your life. Maybe you're somebody that's never been one for vacations. You've never really traveled, and that's about to change. It's going to become a normal part of your life, an extension of what your life's all about. Next card, we're looking at wealth and finances. And we have the Four of Pentacles, and fours are all about calm, and they're about stillness. I'm hearing enveloping, holding close. You feel like you're being held close, tight. There's security here with this card. It's the security card of tarot, as a matter of fact. This card of calm and order. This card shows you open to change. finances and contracts could come to the foreground for some of you. Some of you have built a strong enough foundation within yourself in the financial realm. You have enough financial security that you can do things like take trips, travel, that sort of thing. Here at the end of the day, you've built quite a strong foundation for your life. Some of you are paying off your mortgage. Some of you are buying a new home. You're spending money, and you don't worry about it. That's for some. You see what I mean by general? How many of you are piss poor like me? This wouldn't apply at all, would it? No, it wouldn't. Right? So there you go. If I was a Taurus, I'd say that means nothing to me. That's not my reality. You know, unless you want to go out and take your chances on the Powerball, you know, nothing will change that way. But you've got a really, some of you, and it's a few of you, have a really strong foundation that you've been building up in your life. You're feeling very, very safe, extremely secure. No wondering about some things in your life. They are what they are, and you're fine with that. This is a card of stillness and stability, of order, finding that balance, that healthy balance in your life. Feeling the protection now that you know that you have, that you're safe. And property and finances come with this card. But somebody's spending money. I can tell you that. You're not really thinking a whole lot about it. It's like you're making investments into your future. If you've got the Skrilla to do it with, why not? Right? That's what that's all about. Making smart choices about moving forward and giving you that security that you want in your life, and that whole foundation that you built everything on is pretty darn solid at this point for a few of you. I wish it was for everybody, but it's not. All right? Four of Wands, another four. In your house, your home, your hearth, your relationships. And we've got a four again. Like I said, it's about stillness, rest, calm, stopping. And this one in particular is about a payback, a reward, reaping what you've sown in the best of ways, I must say. This card sees you reaching a lot of goals for some of you, which is a wonderful thing. Some of you have reached, I just said, finding a new home, buying a new home, finishing a job, passing a test of some kind for some of you. It's time for rewards for you, Taurus. Taurus, most that I've known are very hardworking people. They're good, decent people as well. I know somebody's going to write in there and say, I was with the Taurus for 12 years and they were a piece of crap and blah, blah, blah. I'm sorry for you if that's the case. But we're looking at the good side of Taurus here. This card, as far as rewards go, we're looking at rewards in love. Again, trips, right? Trips away. Holidays are being highlighted here for somebody. This four brings the essence and energy of a sense of leisure. I can relax now. I can rest. Leisure, fun, and freedom. Wow. Somebody can't relax. It's been so long that they can't. They don't know. They don't know how to relax. That's a challenge for them. It's also a time to get in touch with your inner child, because the pressures and the stresses of everyday life are lifted at this point, and you're allowed to come out to play now. You've paid your flipping dues. Take what's being given to you. You own it. Take it. Use it. Make it work for you. Enjoy it. Pat yourself on the back. Not everybody gets this. You're to celebrate the joys of what is your life. You're going to be finding contentment within yourself. You're also going to be getting in touch more spiritually as well with the universe, your creator. The tarot and spirit want you to know that you do have your own personal guides, and also loved ones that have passed on before you are with you. They walk on this trail of your life with you. This card just brings a happy time. Like in all areas for a couple of you, in all areas of your life. Wow, I'm feeling the sense of peace. There's no blow-ups. There's no sudden surprises. Everything is just softly balanced and bringing that overwhelming sense of peace. Reach out, take it, embrace it. It's yours, Taurus. You've worked very hard for this. The advice of the card is to be carefree while you're able to be carefree. And this is a time to replenish yourself, your mind, your body, your spirit, your soul. It's a time to refresh, to replenish. All the work that you have left to do is just on you, finding your comfy zone within the foundation that you've built, your spot. Like I have my spot, you'll find your spot too. Very happy time. This is good. This is good. You are deserving of all of this. Just know that. Keywords are balance and love. A new home for some. Commitment, freedom, openness, and travel for some as well. Like the trip things. You're going on a vacation or some kind of a trip. Now your challenges for the month. We're looking at the King of Swords. He's all about ambition. I'm hearing somebody, this could be one of you, Taurus, because this could fit you very well, even though it's for an air sign, it doesn't matter. Because when I don't usually read the cards that way, like what sign does it represent? It doesn't matter. This is your reading. Who the hell else is it going to be? Other than you, or somebody very close to you in your life that's part of your life, but it's not going to be like, oh, that's not you, we'll just throw that to the side because you're Taurus, you're the bull, you're not, you know, whatever. We're looking here at a very strong, clever, and energy of business. One thing about Taurus, they're very strong. They're very industrial. They're very focus-driven. They get their strength from that. This person is also a great strategist. They're really good at laying out ground plans. That can be literal or hypothetical, okay? Whatever way fits for you. They can be very charming. They're extremely ambitious. This is a person that brings reassurance. This is a person that doesn't always follow proper protocol either. They're very, there's a masculine end on this, a masculine energy. With this card, they don't put up with BS. They don't follow proper procedures, proper protocol. If they're laying out a plan for you, or you're laying out a plan for yourself, you're going, I'm not going from A to B and then to C to get to D. I'm not doing all that. There's a more efficient way to get there. I'm going from A to D. That's the type of energy here. Is determination. Is plowing forward. It's no nonsense, not putting up with no bull crap. I'm not dealing with that. This is the way things are going to go, and this is the way they're going to fall out and play themselves out. There's somebody that's in control. Sometimes they're a leader in the business world or a natural leader. Do you have that? I could see Taurus. Yes, you'd make a very good natural leader. You truly would. If this is somebody you know that's in your corner, this is somebody you would go to when you're feeling lost, upset, confused. They always offer calm, logical judgment and advice. And he'll tell you, remain logical now. Oh, what you're telling me and complaining about, does that even sound logical? No. He puts you back down on the ground where you need to be. Feet planted very firmly on the ground in the now, in your reality. Take the facts, take the logic, put them together, and it answers a lot of questions that you didn't have answers to. You may not like some, and you may love others, you may not know what to think of what these things are going on around you, but he can help clear things up for you. But for some of you, I mean, this card goes in many different directions. Some of you, this is you, Taurus. There could be some legal issues that some of you have to deal with, and he could actually stand for a lawyer / friend, somebody that you can trust. And if you are identifying with this card as what we call the you card, it's all about you. You're being encouraged to take a logical approach at most things that are non-emotional for the month of June, like practical things, like wands, right? Practical things, work, job, money, family, relationships. Try to leave the emotional part at a minimum and follow logic as much as you can. You figure things out a lot better that way. It eliminates all the what ifs. When you think logically, that's what it does. This is also a card of mental agility because it is a card of swords. Because it is a card, yeah, Natalie. Because it is swords. There's a lot of, because it's an air sign, it's all about what's going on up here. So there's a lot more clarity and mental agility. You're able to shift your mind at the last second. You're to take on another concept very quickly, think things over, look at them without prejudgment. You can separate yourself from people, places, or situations or things that you need to deal with where emotion shouldn't be involved. You'll get further ahead that way. Things happen faster as well, I believe, when you're looking at things logically. Instead of something dangling and leaving you wondering about it, and you're trying to get the ins, the outs, to see what something's all about. How's this going to play out? How's that going to go? I don't understand. I'm confused. Well, look at it logically. Shave off and get rid of all the emotional baggage and look at it purely logically in a factual way. And that just dissipates everything else that was clouding your judgment. This way it's not clouded. The advice is to look for facts before making any solid long-term decisions. Do not go on hearsay, Taurus. Get up off your butt, get your feet to walking, let your fingers do the walking, and see what's what for yourself. Do not take hearsay, somebody's facts that are secondhand coming to you. You've got to do this for yourself. This is something rather important for some of you that it applies to. You have to be responsible for yourself and your own actions. You want to make sure what the gig and the game's all about before you decide to play. Because knowledge is wealth. The more you know, the better off you are on many different levels. Play it smart. Look for facts before making any real hardcore decisions. Fairness and balance are two of your key words. Strength, justice, and support. That's a nice solid card for you guys. Nice solid card. Now we're coming down to the last card of the monthlies. Yay! We've got the Ace of Swords. What a nice looking card. And victory. I'm glad this card has changed over the years. Back in the day, when I was first doing tarot readings, I was like 18. And tarot cards were a little harder to come by back then. We're talking later 70s. That's a lifetime away for a lot of people. So we use the regular playing cards. You've got your hearts, your clubs, your spades, your diamonds, this sort of thing, right? And back in the day, and I've seen it happen, I'd be at a house party and There'd be a bunch of us in this room and that room and music playing, and somebody would say, Natalie, do my reading, do a reading for me. And people would gather and they'd all sit around, they'd all be leaning up again. We're all in the kitchen at this one story. Guys are sucking back the beer, just kind of like being observers, and the women are all around the table, kind of a thing. And I seen the Ace of Spades, which is swords, come up. And the whole room go, this collective gasp. Oh no, oh wow. Wonder who it's going to be. It meant death. Always. It didn't mean anything other than death. So this card's come a long way as far as the tarot side of things go. It's a good card. It's a card of victory. It's a card of working your way through things, Taurus, putting in your blood, your sweat, your tears the way you do. You pour everything into your projects, everything into your work, everything into your family. There's no halfway with you, Taurus. But there's a decision that needs to be made here, and you're involved in it. And when it's made, if it goes in your favor, whatever it is leading to an immediate victory. There's no waiting time. There's nothing. It's instant, whatever this is. This ace brings a breakthrough for you from any uncertainty. Anything you've been waiting on, things have been delayed, it just lifts it all. You're forward moving now. You've got the freedom to carry on and carry through. Very, very good news for you there. This card also cuts through the confusion of any kind. Again, it's the top swords. So there's super clarity here going on, big time. Light bulbs going off. Seeing things for what they really are. Seeing things and situations and people and happenings very, very sharply. There's nothing being hidden here with this card. Everything is right in front of you, right out in the open. For those of you that have been going through it and you've been feeling a little lost and feeling a little confused about what the heck's going on, this card clears it all up for you. You won't have to wonder for much longer. New beginnings in relationships. Again, a lot of mental clarity. Even your wit is on point. Very sharp, very funny, dry humor. It's just you're feeling that clear inside your head. You feel like you can do anything. That's how this card's leaving. I feel like I could do anything. I could do anything I want to do. And that is so empowering for you. This is a good thing. Some of you, if you're into any legalities, court things, any, legal arguments, legal debates, anything like that, use your wit, use your intelligence, and victory will be yours because it looks good. It's leaning more towards your favor. That could have to do with the decision that you're waiting on as well. So, this is almost... It's like two people vying and wanting the same thing, but it's going to go in your favor. And as soon as nobody's been allowed to, this could be a will, it could be money, and there's no waiting period. Once the decision is put through, goes in your favor, you can go right to the bank machine and start pulling money out or writing checks. There's no waiting here. If this is over ownership for something, the other person is going. If they've got the key, they have to hand the keys over to you. Immediately goes into your possession. I don't know what that is. Something is immediately going to go into your ownership, and it is now legal and binding. Good for you. Advice is to use your intelligence, and if you do, and you think smart, you play it smart, victory will be yours. Your keywords are beginnings and decisions, action, clarity, determination, solution, and ideas. That was your reading. Yay! Break out the champagne. It's time to party. No, it's not. I got private readings I have to do. I might get one off tonight. That was enough for one day. I've had a very, very, very long day and a very hard day. So anyway, Taurus, I hope that helped you and gave you some guidance. I hope the outlook, because the outlook is happily ever after, absolutely 100%. For a lot of you, doesn't matter what your situation is or what you're going through, everybody's different, but there's a victory coming up for a lot of you. So you can do your little victory dance now if you want to. Also, thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. It's really appreciated, everybody, from the bottom of my heart. I really do appreciate all those beautiful things. If you haven't joined, please do. Also, you can join us on Facebook under groups, Bay of Fundy Fortunes. Fundy is Fundy. Please join us there. Great group of people, and they're people like me, and they're people like you. You will have found your tribe within this group. It is the most peaceful, easygoing feeling when you go in there. It's very Zen-like. It's very supportive. There's a lot. My group is taking care of me when I needed taken care of at the worst time in my life. You would not believe how they came through for me. It's something in a part of my life I'll never, ever forget. People went through a lot of trouble for me. They're a great place to be. I don't want anyone to miss it or be anywhere else. Please come and join us. It's closed. It's private. You'll feel safe there, and you're with your own kind of people as well. Now, anybody else, if you're looking for me and you don't find me here, you usually find me down below, right? Down at the beach, walking along the water's edge. The highest tides in the world roll into my backyard. You can Google that. That is a fact. First, I want to put out my Majestic Rose, the candle that I am burning for the monthly June readings. My favorite, my number one, Majestic Rose. Just gorgeous. And my house, every time, you get nose blind after a bit, because I'm sitting here and there it is burning away. And it's down to the bottom. I'll be doing a reveal video before the night's out. And posting it because I can see it at the bottom of the can. What was I saying here? What was my point? Yeah, I'm getting a little brain dead. If I'm going to do any private readings tonight, I'll have to take a break first. Anyway, the usual spiel is these are 100% soy-based candles, 2 wicks, 40 to 48 hour good time burn on them. They burn clean. They are 100% soy-based. So when you spill them, easy cleanup, not like paraffin where you'd be going with a knife scraping. If you got it on your clothes, you'd never get it out again. This is beautiful stuff that way. Oh, so easy to clean. A nice clean burn too. It doesn't burn black. The scents are so well balanced. You don't get a headache from them. They don't give you that aching between the eyes and on the forehead. And the colors are beautiful. They're high quality wax, high quality candles. They are not cheap by any means. But when the wax melts down, you're left with incredible, beautiful reveals. Like Trees of Life. There's one. One of my more recent ones. Look at the stones in that. And that's something. It's just beautiful. Gorgeous. I have so many of them now. And then we have the caged crystals. That's a rose quartz right there. That's just beautiful. I can't say enough. Pendulums, the same thing. You've seen Lilith, and then there's ones like this as well. They are all. This is some kind of aventurine. I'm not sure which one, blue or green or whatever it is. But they're well worth the time. These candles it's so enjoyable. They are addictive. Once you start ordering them, it's hard to stop because they're so much fun. And the gifts are they're amazing. They're running a 10% special as they have been for the last 2 months. It's been working so well for them. They haven't pulled it yet. If you use the promo code, okay, first thing you got to do, go to www.intuitivecandles.com. All right. Pick out which candle you would like to order, 2, 3, whatever. They ship internationally. It might not be on the form you fill out yet. They're making up new forms. But if you're like way over in New Zealand or something, or China, and you want one of these candles, you just email the proprietors. You email them and tell them where you're at, and they will see that they'll ship anywhere, so it doesn't matter. But if you use that code, also, they've got 2, now all the time I've been doing this for them, they've never put anything on sale before that I know of, Two of their candles are on sale, and there's $5 off each one right now, while supplies last. One of them is lemon meringue pie. The other one is kiwi pie, key lime pie. $5 off of those two while supplies last. So if you were to go in there and you want to buy lemon meringue or the key lime pie, and then you've got your 10% discount on top of it. You've got some savings going on there. That's all I'm going to say about that for now. That's all I'm going to say. I think I'll do my reveal next, because I have no idea what's big, long one, big one. It's all, they're wrapped in tinfoil, and you want to unwrap to reveal. They're fantastic. Anyways, so this is where we close off. I hope you guys have a really, really, really good month of June. I truly do wish you the best of the best of the best, because Tauruses, you all rock. You really do. And I'd like you to take the peace that is at the inner core of us all. Keep it in, so you can share that love and that light out with the rest of humanity. And also, one last thing. You're living your life within the under the microscope of the universe, of the Creator. Every thought, every action, every word is taken note of. When you let that sink in, it'll not only change you, but it'll transform your whole life. So remember, you're living your life under the microscope of the universe. Live accordingly. And for now, have the best of the best. I hope to make it back for the mid-June. And I'll do the readings then to see how the rest of your month is unfolding and unrolling, because everything is open to change. Be happy, my friends. Have a great month. It is spring coming into summer. Bye for now.